everyone, and welcome to Coon Rapids High School for CTN's live coverage of 16U softball as the Minnesota Sox welcome the White Bear Lake Bears. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro at the ball game for the first time, and a first pitch single right back up the middle for catcher Lexi Monty to get White Bear Lake a little something going right off the bat.
Well, Joe, this is some exciting softball here, an opportunity for us to get out and watch these two teams play. I mean, certainly we talked about it doing baseball, that the guys had an opportunity to play ball. Just the same for the girls here. Get a chance to play some softball during
Abby
the summer.
Ness getting the start for the Sox. And now facing Abby Bates. Abby Bates, bat on ball, just out of the reach of Olsen at short. Back-to-back singles for the Bears in inning number one.
Oh, Bears getting off to a nice start here against the Sox.
Just 3 pitches in, a pair of base hits. And this one just out of the reach of Olsen and into short left field, and that brings up Sam Schwartz, the left fielder. First pitch, chopped foul. Fielded wide of the bag by Jennifer Carlson, and it's 0-1.
Sox have played 20 games already. They're 12-8 coming into this contest. They've played some tournaments, and so they've had an opportunity to get a lot of time.
That one in the dirt. Nice stop behind the plate by Grace Graham. I'm going to do my best, Howie, not to call her Abby.
Yes,
but it may happen.
Well, that's how old we are. We're seeing, younger and younger kids come up now playing at this level that our siblings have played.
This one ripped to the right side and through the wickets on Numala. The error will bring home the first run of the ball game. Scooting over to first is Abby Bates. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and one across for the Bears.
Yeah, in contrast, the Sox have only played 5 games. They're 2-3 coming into this season. Led by head coach Kennedy Kerr.
And now the cleanup hitter, Lizzie Nelson, comes in a great position, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. The throwdown is good. The runner called safe on the slide, and the double steal successful. Runner in safe at second, and Bates comes home to make it a 2-0 game.
Yeah, White Bear Lake doing a nice job, and again advancing base runners and nobody out. Runner at second, trying to continue this opportunity to build this lead.
Short discussion with the Sox bench after the call. And it's 0-1 to Lizzie Nelson. Pitch up high, 1-1.
That was a close play at second base, and official called her safe. Sox looking for that first out of the inning.
2-1 now to Nelson. Another good pitch right there. Nelson keeps the bat on the shoulder, and it's 2-2. This one skied behind first, short right field into foul territory, and just out of the reach of Lydia Kurtler.
Yeah, she made a good effort on it, just couldn't get the glove on it.
Schwartz tightening the laces out on second. And we'll see another 2-2 pitch from Ness to Nelson. Soft liner on the right side. Getting there is Numala for out number 1.
Well, they needed that first out. The Bears have gotten off to a hot start.
brings up Kendrick Gustafson. First pitch swinging, high fly to right. And this one is going to drop in the gap. Runner was already around third by the time it hit the turf, so she's home safely. And Gustafson replaces her at second base with an RBI double.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Gustafson. She gave that one a ride, as you mentioned, all the way to the fence, right center field.
Hams hits the first thing she sees, drives it right back up the box. Bobbled a little bit in the outfield, but not far enough for them to send Gustafson. So runners at the corners. Still only one out, 3 already across here in the top of the first inning for the Bears.
Well, the Bears couldn't have asked for a more solid start here for this ball game. As you mentioned, just the 1 out, but now an opportunity to try and bring another run across here.
4 hits and an error. This one rolled back to the pitcher. Nice stab by Ness. Gets the out at home. At first, Carlson comes home with it. Not in time. Both runners are going to advance, with Hams getting all the way to third on the ground ball. And a 4th run across the plate.
Well, they did get that second out of the inning, so I mean that's important. I'll just be concerned with that here at the plate and get out and get a chance to get up the plate with giving out any additional damage.
Bears are coming out swinging. I mean, last 3 at bats, only 1 pitch.
They've been aggressive.
4 1-pitch at bats. That one skips in the dirt off the mask of Graham to the backstop, sliding in at home with a run number 5 as Hams. And the base is finally empty for the Bears with 2 away. So look at the lineup. We've seen almost all of it here in the first inning. Larson, the hitter, grounds it to the right side. Numela to Carlson for out number 3. But 5 runs on 4 hits. They left none. They have a big lead and a big deficit for the Sox to try and erase in the home half after this. Back at Coon Rapids High School, spread out around the field to watch some softball on a beautiful evening. Very sunny, but it has cooled off considerably over what it had been last week.
Well, the humidity for sure has cooled off, and that's the key. But enjoy it while it lasts, because it's gonna get back up to the soup again here shortly.
Numela ready to lead things off for the Sox. Gabby Olson will start on deck. Jaden Gale in the hole. Alex Schmidt is the cleanup hitter. Catcher Grace Graham hitting 5th. Jennifer Carlson right behind her. Mary Olson, Lydia Kurtler, and Abby Ness will round out the order for Coach Care.
Well, assistant coach Zach Neighbor talked to us earlier and said this team can hit the ball well. So they're going to certainly have to do that here, now trailing 5-0.
Steph Larson starts with a strike ahead in the count, 0-1 to Numela. Up high, 1-1. chops that one foul. And Numala behind in the count, 1-2.
You know, we've been here so long. This is now the varsity field, which never used to be when we first started.
It only became the, I mean, they just fixed it, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years ago?
Well, 2-3 years ago. Yeah. The field behind us, actually, used to be the varsity field, which we have done many a game from.
Done a fair few here as well.
We
since
have.
It is
We have.
become the new home. Another one spoiled foul over scattering the fans along the left field line.
Nice turnout here as far as the fans go on both sides of the field. Nice fans behind us in the bleachers and down both lines.
Good pitch right there at the knees, called third strike. Numala is the first out of inning number 1 for the home team. Pitch low. Larson looking for that fastball at the knees again. And again, missing low. It's 2-2, or 2-0.
Oh, being patient at the plate, obviously, making sure that pitch is where you need it, where you need it to be.
Foul, and again down that left field line. Cardinal hitters a little behind on the swing against Steph Larson early on in this contest as they try to respond to a 5-run top of the first inning.
Well, I know they didn't know a lot about this White Bear squad, and so obviously you're facing them for the first time.
Three and one. And that is ball 4. So strikeout walk to start the outing for Steph Larson. And Jaden Gale will come to the plate with a runner on and only one out.
You know what the Sox want to do, obviously, is try and chip away at this lead. It's at 5. And they're scoring a lot of runs. They scored 19, I believe, last night. And a 19-6 win.
Pitch down to the dirt, skips off the plate. Pass catcher Lexi Monty to the backstop, and over to second on the wild pitch is Gabby Olson. And now it's 3-0 to Jaden Gale. I believe 7 straight out of the zone since starting Olson with a strike. And now she finds it 3-1, and Gale clearly watching that one all the way. 3-1 swings and comes up empty, and it's a full count.
Nice pitch there. Again, it was low enough and to get her to offer at it.
That one will go just foul in front of third base minder Skylar Laminin. And we'll try again at a full count. This one ripped on a very short hop to short, and look back the runner, and then throws errantly over the head of first base minder Abby Bates. Runners to second and third with one out.
Even looking her back, she had plenty of time to throw the ball. She just telegraphed that one.
All kinds of time, and not even a chance for Bates at first. And Lizzie Nelson kicking the dirt a little bit maybe, as Alex Schmidt digs in with 2 in scoring position, 1 out. This one fouling out of play. Quickly 0-2 for Steph Larson.
Yeah, Larson would love to be able to pitch out of this situation. As you mentioned, just one away, but runners at second, the third.
This one chopped to third, skipped off the glove of Laminin into left field. Back-to-back errors, a run scores, runners at the corners, and one out.
Again, this what thought would have been a routine ball down the third baseline, and unfortunately, Laminin not able to field it. Just got a glove up and went underneath.
They throw for the runner. They're trying to catch the runner off third. She slides back in safely. Did a little infield cross with Hams charging from second base to try and fake the runner out, but back safely is Gale at third. Schmidt over to second, and again, runners at second and third with only one out. This one skied behind first base. Back for it is Hams, makes the catch and keeps the runners. And then it's thrown wide, and here comes a play at the plate. Gale slides in safely. Schmidt moves over to third. So while Grace Graham is out on a fly ball, weren't paying attention. Here comes the runner from third.
Your back's to the plate. You can't be in the middle of the field at that call time. With your helmet off, not watching.
But nearly runs into the umpire, and a discussion from the Bears bench, because clearly if you're standing on home plate, you should have called time if you were about to sweep the plate.
Absolutely, and he's right. That's head coach Nick DeVette, and his back was to the base runner, but he's not going to win the argument.
So while Grace Graham is out on a fly ball or pop up, the error on the throw, both runs score, and it's quickly 5-3, 2 out. This one rolled to the right side. Hams fields, throws to first, and the inning is over, but not before a couple of bobbles by the Bears and a controversial play at the plate. We got a 2-run game going to the second inning.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Hey! Okay.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Second inning, Bears struck for 5 in the first, and they start with a hard shot out to center just over the head of Jaden Gale. A leadoff double for Mary Olson.
Yeah, they hit the ball very well. We saw that in the first inning, and now Olson with a nice shot.
I'm sorry, I looked at I was still on the wrong side.
So is that, and I follow right along.
Joey Sunder with a leadoff double. It's early in the season, right?
Yes. A nice piece of hitting by Joey Sunder.
So, and we saw him jump on the ball early.
Yep.
7 batters in the first inning, only 16 pitches. They had 4 hits, 5 runs on only 16 pitches. Easy play from Ness over to Carlson for out number 1. And again, just a one pitch at bat, and we're back to the top of the order. Sunder over to third base on the out. Lexi Monty singled her first time up, and also on a first pitch. That one right over the bag at 3. That's a fair ball and an RBI single for Lexi Monty, and they quickly get one of those runs right back.
Yeah, and that's what I know that Coach DeVette told his squad. Let's go back. We've been hitting the ball well. Let's go back and see what we can get. Try and regain that lead they had coming in.
Abby Bates also singled and scored first inning. Now 6-3 lead for the Bears as Bates watches one high, 1-0. Short center field. It'll drop in the grass for another hit. Third hit of the inning already for the Bears.
She got just enough of it, got underneath it to fall in the outfield, between the infield and the outfield for the base hit.
It's right where you want it.
All right, exactly
where
you want it. Yep.
Ain't got to hit it that hard.
No, just hit it where they ain't.
4 batters, 3 hits, only 4 pitches. A well-laid bunt by Schwartz, and beats it out to load the bases with only 1 out.
Yeah, that ball was placed down, and really nothing that Schmidt can do about it in terms of getting it out.
Lizzie Nelson lined out to second base her first time up. Had the longest at bat of a Bears player yet at 6 pitches. Only one to see more than 2 pitches.
Yeah, we talked about it. They're aggressive. They like to go after that first pitch. It's been successful for them so far.
Graham out to have a word with Ness, as it's clear the Bears have her timed well. Oh, and 1 to Lizzie Nelson. Ball inside. Up high, getting Graham out of her stance, but able to make this stick.
Oh, that's the
to
key.
Keep the runners where they are.
Good defensive play by your catcher, making sure that ball did not get by her.
But now 3-1, and Ness in danger of walking home a run. Still only 1 out in the top of this second inning, and the Bears already on top by a 6-3 score. This one grounded left side, backhanded, knocked down. Little flip doesn't work from Olsen to Schmidt. Everybody's safe, and another run scored.
Yeah, good thought that she was able to stop the ball, knock it down. And I think she was going to try and reach to see if she could tag the player before she got to the base, realizing she couldn't, so tried to flip it to Schmidt.
And I have to call it an error. Yeah. This one grounded back to the pitcher. They come home, get the force out at the plate. As Kendra Gustafson also doesn't wait long. First pitch right back to the pitcher. So bases stay loaded.
Well, you know, these games are timed, so they want to get as much opportunity as possible. Swing at the first pitch, they'll keep it going.
Nice stop by Graham.
Yeah, again, just doing a nice job of keeping the ball in front of her.
High fly ball to left center, tracking it and making the catch is Gale to end the inning. But 2 more come across, And a 7-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the second on CTN.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Sun is bright at the ballpark. Steph Larson comes out and throws a strike to start Mary Olson in the hole 0-1. This one grounded on the left side. It's kind of spun away from Laminin.
Had some
and
English.
Out of her reach.
Had a little English on that.
Took a very odd
Yeah,
path.
it really
I'm going to
did.
give her
It
a single because of it.
It took a left-hand turn.
I don't know that you can call that an error. I mean, she's in position and then it just went back to her right. Lydia Kurtler, the right fielder, swings and misses 0-1.
Yeah, nice fastball there.
And now down to the dirt, great scoop. Behind the plate by Monty.
Yeah, really nice nice defensive play by Lexi Monty.
Up high, but swung at. Soft liner to Hams. Easy play for out number 2. Out number 1. I'm paying attention. Really, I am.
Well, when you close it, when you do a game with your eyes closed, it's
Abby Ness looking to help her own cause, takes a strike, 0-1. Tries to bunt it, bunts it foul, and it's 0-2. Olsen, the runner at first, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Minnesota Sox trailing the Bears.
There's Joe Yud.
By a 7-3 score.
I like that 2 pair of glasses look.
Is
that something new? Is that something new you're trying?
I'm glad you caught that. Called third strike. Second strikeout of the game for Larson. Both on called third strikes. Well, it helps to do the scorebook to have the actual magnifying glasses.
And it's
but the
very
sunlight,
sunny.
yeah,
It's
especially right behind home plate here. That pitch just low. Haley Thurber, 1-0.
It's okay. Every time our official cleans the plate, it becomes a dust bowl right at
That one
me.
skipped in the dirt, got past Monty, and scampering over to second base is Mary Olson into scoring position with 2 away. Yeah, it's dusty back here.
It's very dusty.
That one handcuffed her inside a little bit, 2-1. This one driven down the line, and it is foul. Just a long strike 2.
She got a hold of that pitch, too. If she'd be able to straighten that out, obviously extra bases for her.
Oh, and easily would have scored the run from second.
Absolutely.
And from our angle, really hard to see it down the line. And there you see just how close it was and all the way to the wall. This one popped up in the infield. Underneath it for the catch is Nelson. And that is out number 3. We go to the third. It's White Bear Lake 7, Coon Rapids 3.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Hey! Okay.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Back at the ballpark, and what do you know? A first pitch swing, fielded and thrown to first for the out. Lydia Kurtler now at first base. This one swung on and missed. Steph Larson. Ground out to second her first time up. This one hit down the line and foul. 0-2.
Well, Sox would like to make this a quick inning, get back to the plate trailing by 4. Already one quick out.
This one back up the middle. Fielded by Numla over to Kurtler for the out. At least I think it's Numla. I'd have to get her to turn around. Free substitutions,
yes.
and everybody bats. So pieces are constantly in motion. Joey Sunder, a double her first time up. This one right through the gap, and she has her second hit of the ballgame.
Well, trying to get a little something going here with 2 outs. Up by 4. They did jump out to a 5-0 lead. And the Sox came back with 3 runs and then 2 more by the Bears to take this 7-3 lead.
We got a little cut or something and a little timeout. And a sub coming in. Alex Schmidt will take over at second. And now Morgan Stein, first pitch, solid single into left, back-to-back singles.
Again, continuing to be aggressive at the plate, or the Bears, and it's been paying off for them.
And back to the top of the order, Lexi Monti has only seen 2 pitches, and she has 2 hits, an RBI, and has scored 2 runs. It's not bad for you from your leadoff hitter.
Not at all.
Right behind her, Abby Bates has seen 4 pitches in her 2 at-bats. She also has 2 singles and has only scored once, but Speed pitch, and Bates out in front of it. Or Monty out in front of it. 0-1. This one smoked right back into center. They send the lead runner. The throw was there in time, but dropped behind the plate by Graham a little bit. A slide means I am coated in dust.
I saw it. At first it was coming to me, and then it took a turn, and I was going right for you.
Morgan Stein at second. Lexi Monty, her third hit of the game, her second RBI.
And again, just a nice piece of hitting.
And Graham just couldn't control it and spin to make the tag. This one chopped to third. Throw over to first for out number 3. But one more run added. It's 8-3. White Bear Lake, you're watching 16U softball live on CTN.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Score going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. Kevin, I need that back. No. Kevin!
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Back at Coon Rapids High School. The top of the order due up for the Minnesota Sox in the bottom of the third inning. They trail the Bears by an 8-3 score. Leah Numala, a strikeout victim, her first time facing Steph Larson. Grounds this to third and fair. Digging and going for 2 is Numala, and she is out, trying to stretch the single.
It was a good throw in. I mean, being aggressive on the base pass, I like that, but there was a really good throw in to get her at second, and relatively easy play there for that out. Unfortunately, she's erased after a nice base hit.
Yeah, Lizzie Nelson doing a great job getting to that ball. Wow, nice stick on the line drive by Skylar Laminate.
Yeah, again, she just
That's
had
2 quick outs.
Yeah, had to go just a bit to her left and made a nice play on the ball.
So 2 away, Jaden Gale to the plate and looks at a strike. 0-1. Inside, and the count is even. This one skied in the infield, and it bounced away, and an error will keep the inning alive. Maybe lost in the sun a little bit.
It looked like that she lost it in the sun just a bit as she was looking up. Maybe it got out of her vision for a brief second and not able to And she had to kind of go back, reach back a little bit.
Caught her on the heel of the glove a little bit, and that is error number 4 of the game for the Bears. Alex Schmidt reached on one of those 3 errors in that first inning. Helped the Sox to their 3 runs in that inning. 3 runs without the courtesy of a hit. 1 walk and 3 errors. This one hit high to right center and ticks off the glove of Stein and falls. Lead runner coming in to score. Jaden Gale all the way from first.
Well, she gave that ball a ride, and again, just a nice job of driving home a run. The Sox trying to cut that lead, now cut it in half, 8-4, just over her missed glove.
I believe that was 5 errors. But again, back-to-back base runners reaching by error for the second time, and it's the same 2 players. What are the chances of that? Jaden Gale and Alex Schmidt are both 0 for 2, but they've reached on error twice. Gale has scored twice, and Schmidt is standing at second base, hoping that Grace Graham can get her home.
Hey, you'll take 8 runs any way you can get them. Obviously, you like to get base hits, but I mean, if the fielders are going to commit errors behind you, yeah, extra outs are great. You'll take them
when you're on offense. This one chopped slowly to Laminin. The throw is again bobbled, the 3rd error in a row. Coming home to score is Schmidt, and again 3 errors in a single inning for the Bears.
We'll see it one more time. It kind of a slow roller, and there's the throw. It should have been an out. And it just went off. She closed her glove a little bit too soon.
It's a tough position to play with where the sun is.
Well, you're looking right into the sun.
But Jennifer Carlson digging in, a ground ball her first time up. Trying to extend this rally. 3 straight errors. This one hit hard, and that's going to sting Lizzie Nelson a little bit, but she's able to hold on to it. Squared up by Carlson, but right at her. Sox able to get 2. They still trail 8-5 as we go to the 4th.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
On 11 hits, but 6 errors in the field is keeping the Sox hopes alive in the middle part of this contest. Minnesota 5 runs on just 2 hits. They've made a couple of errors themselves.
Well, you know, and the importance here, if you're going to try and get a comeback, is get a quick top of the 4th. We haven't been able to see that yet in this game for the Sox.
Sam Schwartz, first pitch swinging, and that one is going to one-hop the fence. Schwartz digging and will be in standing at second base with a leadoff double. Her second hit of the ball game, third time on base.
And again, the first pitch thrown to her, being aggressive and swinging away.
They are definitely not wasting time in the batter's box. So Lizzie Nelson took that hot shot from Carlson to end the bottom of the third and will now dig in. I'm guessing the forearm stings a little bit.
I would think so.
Nelson looking for her first hit of the ball game. This one right back through the middle and into the grass. And that'll put runners at the corners with nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning.
Again, the Bears threatening, and that's what they've been able to do here today. They've been able to produce at the plate. Already 8 runs across for White Bear Lake.
This one grounded to second. They'll get the easy out at third. Try to come home, but not in time. To third, that one's not in time either. So great running by Lizzie Nelson to get all the way over to third. On the out by Gustafson. Drives in yet another run.
Yeah, just the first out of the inning, so they've got an opportunity to score some additional runs here with just one away.
This one rolled to short. Throw over in time. Another ground out to drive in another run and push the lead to 10-5. Four batters, 5 pitches. Skylar Laminin.
When you offer it the first pitch, it's not surprising.
And they make good contact.
They
You got to
do.
give them credit.
Absolutely. They're hitting the ball.
They're swinging away. Laminin fouls back. A couple of ground balls in her 2 trips to the plate. Pop up to second. Underneath it and making the catch is Numala. And that'll end the inning, but 2 more runs on 2 more hits for the White Bear Lake Bears. They lead 10-5 as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Steph Larson drops down a bunt, throwing from her knees, but not in time is Monty. And a leadoff bunt single, and Monty a little slow.
Yeah. Oh no,
Slaps
she's laughing.
the dirt.
She's laughing. I think she slipped coming out of her stance. There's a lot of dirt And I think she slipped. Yeah, you can see her slipping there.
Well, she dove out trying to get underneath it and make the catch, but give Larson credit. She was down the baseline like lightning. And now Joey Sunder, who's trying to send a message to the coaching staff, hey, I don't think I should be hitting number 9. Double at a single in her first 2 trips, has scored both times.
Oh, you want to hit that? You have that consistency too at the towards the bottom of the order.
Help if I was looking at it. Was Mary Olson that dropped down the bunt and moved. It's Lydia Kurtler who is. I'll figure out how this game works.
Yeah, well, you know how it works. You just have to look at the right side of the ledger.
Keep forgetting to flip things over.
It's not like we've done a game here before, so we're not as familiar with the names as we would be.
This one rolled to second, bobbled. They will get the out at first. Hams really wanted to get the tag on Olson as she went by. So Olson was down the line like lightning on the bunt. Single. Kurtler is out. And I've got the right side of the book.
Good.
To write in now.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, when all of the names are new to you,
well, that's
it's
kind of
hard to tell which one you're looking at.
Don't disagree.
Abby Ness, strikeout her first time up. Trying to get something going with 1 out and 1 on. This one in foul territory. Good effort by Laminin, but not able to get to it. It's 0-2. Ness drops this into short left field, and it will skip under the glove of Schwartz, rounding from third and coming home. The throw off line, sliding in safely with the run is Olson. The throw down to third in time, and they get Ness trying to get over to third on the double.
But, you know, I like the fact they're being aggressive, and she's trying to stretch it a little bit after the play at home.
Be out number 2. And it'll go 8-2 to 5. I don't know who was covering. If it was, yeah, that's Laminin standing and covering at third. Able to get it, sweep the tag. First pitch, little pop up behind third. A great running play from the shortstop position by Lizzie Nelson ends the inning. The Sox get one back. Still, they trail 10-6 as we go to the 5th on CTN.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Hey!
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
New pitcher for the Sox as we start the 5th. Jennifer Carlson will come on in relief of Abby Ness.
was in
And
form.
facing a very hot-hitting lineup that likes to swing the bat. Abby Ness,
do.
in the last 2 combined innings, the Bears scored 3 runs on 5 hits. Abby Ness threw 17 pitches, all of them for strikes.
That's
for
impressive.
2 full innings.
It's impressive.
17 straight strikes, but they turned it into
Yeah.
5 hits and 3 runs. So you got to be careful with this lineup. Steph Larson will lead things off. She's got a pair of ground balls so far tonight. Just inside 1-0. And now up high, 2-0. This one hit solidly through the gap on the left side. A leadoff single for Steph Larson.
Larson did a really nice job of finding the hole between short and third, and she hit it with some authority as it got there quickly through the gap.
Now here's the young lady I was talking about in the top half of the inning, trying to send a message to the dugout that I shouldn't be hitting 9th. Joey Sunder, a double and a single, 2 runs scored, and both were on first pitches. Not tempted at the one up over her head. And now up high again, 2-0.
Carlson just up a little bit in the zone.
Ooh, that one didn't miss by much. Moved inside a little bit, 3-0. And Sunder will have the take sign all day long at 3-0. And that's called the strike. Good looking pitch from Carlson right there.
Yeah, she certainly needed that with nobody out and a runner at first. Already trailing by 4. They were able to get a run back in the last inning.
And that is ball 4, first walk of the ball game for either squad. And that'll put 2 on with nobody out here. And Morgan Stein an opportunity. Again, didn't miss by much. Carlson struggling to find the zone a little bit. Throw down to second by Graham, but back in time was Larson.
Yeah, her pitches are up a little bit.
2-0 the count to Stein. And now 3-0. This one fouled back and will get out of play. Sox could use an out here. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning, they trailed 10-6. This one hit well down the right field line into foul territory. Good effort from Kurtler, but not able to get there in time. And it'll be a full count.
Well, now opportunity with 2 strikes. See if you can get the batter at the plate, as you mentioned, just looking for that first out. 2 runners on.
And that's ball 4, back-to-back walks, bases loaded, and back to the top of the order for the Bears. And the top of their order has been feasting so far. Their first look this time at Carlson. Lexi Monty, 3 for 3, couple RBI, couple runs scored. Nobody out, and the bases full of Bears. Pitch down in the dirt, skips past Graham and to the backstop. All runners advance. It's 1-0, and it makes it 11-6.
Actually, that's Mary Olson, I believe, behind the plate.
Free substitution.
Yep.
But there's only 10 girls, so we can only get it so wrong.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, 12, not 17. Look at that.
It's 5 less.
This one hit toward the gap and through the hole. Another single for Lexi Monty. Another RBI. Another run across the board for the Bears.
And they've been consistent at the plate in really just about every inning. Already put up 12 runs here with still nobody out.
Abby Bates, 2 for 3. Comes up with runners at the corners and nobody out. Called strike. They throw down, trying to catch the lead runner. Not tempted. Monty scoots over to second. Grounded to short, scooped. Nobody covering at third. The throw not in time at first. Communication breakdown.
Yeah, a little bit. As there was no one to throw to at third, and by the time she realized that, it was too late to get the runner at first.
Called strike on a nice floating pitch from Carlson. Gets her ahead in the count, 0-1. I'm struggling with that one because it was kind of a mental error, but not an error. So a base hit. Runners at the corners. Still nobody out. 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 already across here in the inning. Their lead expanded to 13-6. Lizzie Nelson, 1 for 3. Oh, Sam Short, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Over to second is Bates. So 2 in scoring position with nobody out for Schwartz. A 2-1 count. Called
Nice pitch.
strike. Yeah, if she can find that, could be hard to hit.
Well, yeah, that's
It's a deceptive looking pitch coming in.
That's what she was looking for, and again, just too up in the zone here.
That's a
a
great
nice
pitch.
pitch.
Got the swinging strikeout for Schwartz. It's the first time a Bears player has struck out.
Just keeps that pitch on the outside portion of the plate.
Now it's Lizzie Nelson, who is 1 for 3. Called strike, 0-1. Got a piece of it. Carlson ahead in the count, 0-2. Up high, 1-2.
Carlson's done a better job of keeping that ball down a little bit in the zone, and it's allowed her to record that first out and also get ahead in the count here.
2-2. This one grounded to third. Look home, but to go over to first to get the out. So Nelson does not reach, but drives in another run.
Well, a good scoop at first base by Schmidt. She's able to dig that one out. Nice play in the infield and then the throw across.
Bring up Kendra Gustafson. Up high. 2 out now, runner at third base. 4 runs in the inning for the Bears. They lead 14-6. This one hit into right. And just barely beating out the throw was Gustafson. Good reaction out there by Kurtler.
Yeah, I didn't think Gustafson thought that she was going to make a play on the ball. Just kind of slowed down a little bit.
RBI single for Gustafson. Her second hit of the game, her third RBI. And now Anna Hams. Swing and a miss.
Through the heat.
0-1. Ninth batter of the inning for the Bears.
Nice job by Olsen to go up and get that one.
Goes back downstairs, gets another swinging strike. It's 1-2. One foul. Nice play, Coach. Played a little hockey goalie in his day.
Must have. Got it off the foot. Made sure
and then remembered, that stings a little. This one rolled to short. The scoop, the throw, the end of the inning, but 5 more on the board. Another big inning for the Bears. Sox trying to respond. Their last at bat after this on CTN.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. Kevin, I need that back. No. Kevin!
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, and watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Top of the order for the Sox here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They need 9 to tie, Shapiro.
They do, and this will be the last inning. Last half inning, I should say. Steph Larson on the mound for the Bears.
Yeah, she's had a nice game.
She has.
Her field has not. Her fielders have not lent the support that she maybe just has deserved with how she's thrown.
But the hitters certainly have.
The hitters have definitely given her some run support. There's no question of that. This one chopped back to the mound, and Larson will play it over to first for out number 1. And now Gabby Olson walked and scored in the first. Line drive last time up. This one on the ground, knocked down by Hams over to Bates for out number 2.
A couple of quick outs here in the bottom half of the 5th. The Sox definitely have their work cut out for them. They're down to their last out.
Jaden Gale has reached on error twice, has scored twice. That is not an error.
No, that's a nice hit.
Solid base knock into right. Stein made it a close play at the bag, but Gale is there safely with a 2-out single. Alex Schmidt has also reached on error twice and scored twice. This one rolled to short, scooped by Nelson, the throw in time, and this one is history.
The Bears did a nice job of hitting the ball and scoring some runs early, and they just continued to build that lead, and the Sox scored 6 of their own, but just couldn't find the answer to win this contest.
Which isn't bad on just 5 hits, but they did take advantage when they had the opportunity. 6 errors in the ball game for White Bear Lake, but a big win for the Bears, 15-6 the final. And Howie, believe it or not, that's it for this edition of CTN Sports. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.